How do you prospect for customers?
After moving from the streets to having a shop, I found out that I really don't have to be doing personal selling because it wastes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So I focus my time on advertising. I did all kinds of advertising, magazine advertising, billboard advertising, radio advertising, and it really worked. People were just coming out by themselves. People were never really up to meet. The state government called me, from his state, not even in the state. From another state.
From another state.
From another state.
You got a call from a state governor from another state,
yes,
just by listening to your radio jingle.
Yes. They said they learned a lot about me. People can come up to take their measurements. So it worked a lot. People were just coming out by themselves. I just need to be working on the advertising, on the advertisement for my company.
So prospecting for business for you is not just about physical one-on-one interaction, but also you leveraging on traditional media space back then.
Yes.
And then you went on to stop producing ready-to-wear.
Yes.
How many years did you do ready-to-wear?
I did it
Before
for
you
about
stopped?
5 years before I started making my own clothing. I reckon that the ready-to-wear already has a middleman chain and making the cost high. So I decided to go to where they are making the clothing and make it in the environment. By doing that, it will make the clothing a lot cheaper. What I'm selling, for instance, for like 5,000, will come to like 3,000.
So that's the secret of this affordability.
Yes.
Despite the quality of your stocks, they still tend to have a lower price range if you do a market survey of similar quality around.
Yes.
So what you did is to try to eliminate the middleman and then deal directly with the manufacturer, giving them specification, and of course coming out, giving them specification in terms of quality and also shapes and size and style and design. Didn't this cost you a fortune?
Yeah, it cost a fortune, but in the long run, it's not expensive. It's actually very cheap because we were able to save the customer a lot of money, and by so doing, we are also making good profit. If we are buying the ready-made, we make just very little profit, and the customer will have to pay a fortune.
I find this interesting because the impression that those of us who are not into trading or business have is that mass production, the more you produce, the less the cost of production, and that what that invariably will translate into is reduced overhead, which will of course translate into reduced pricing of the product. But here you are telling us that it is not actually an advantage in terms of pricing. Please let's explore that further. I would like to know, if I go to somewhere in the Middle East or Asia or Europe, which are some of the places I found that you go to, there's already a mass produced jacket. This jacket, if you're producing 50,000 of it and you're distributing into different stores around the world, should cost me less than if you were going to the same manufacturer to ask him to produce just 100 or 50.
Yes.
So how did you go about convincing the manufacturer to produce less quantity for you at a lower price?
At first, I had to develop a relationship with my manufacturers I was traveling really much at that time. I was able to be friends with them, eat with their family. So by that, I could convince them that they can make small quantities for me. That I just had a small shop in Nigeria that I won't be able to sell so much quantity, and they were able to do it for me.
Wow, wow. So you started by building a relationship with them.
Yes.
You were buying their finished products, but when you go to them, you personalize your involvement with them. So what that means is that whenever you travel to stock your shop, you spend longer period. You don't just get there and buy and leave.
No. Most times I spend up to 2 months.
Wow.
Because I have to see the process of manufacturing, checking the quality, and till they are packing it. Because sometimes if you give them a specification,